Guys, we're back on this very car again.
When you see the motor still
clean. I ain't the confused the man.
Where is the key?
I don't confuse the man.
The motor still they clean. I don't know if you say.
Okay, guys.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna start it and see.
First paint. They never paint them.
Crank no start, but previously it was cranking up and starting, so I want to do it again before I go into scanning it and see. This is 2000 model Nissan. Okay, so I want to go back on my scanner, have it connected right there.
I don't fear this.
Want to check the battery voltage, because yesterday, okay, this is 12. It's having a 11.9 volts, so it's better than yesterday. That's 9. So let me go over here, go to Asia, and find Kia. He's communicating. Why can't change the fare pompa? Okay.
Living fit.
Manual detection. Okay. North America. USA. Nissan Pathfinder Armada, no. Pathfinder Hybrid, no. Pathfinder, okay. R53. Okay, no, it's not R50. Let's say R50, okay. 2004, 2000. Okay. Okay, system selection.
20.
Change electronics. Let's see what's gonna happen. So yesterday it refused to communicate the error code. So today, let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, read error code. Wow, it failed. So, which means if you fail to read the error code, then and that's some other. Let's see some other present function is not supported. Okay. Now guys, it's not showing up the error code anymore, and if it's not showing the error code anymore, then that's an indicative of something. Okay guys, this Nissan Pathfinder 2000 model cranks and will not start. Initially what was happening here is that it starts then shut off right away as not you step on the gas pedal, or even if you don't step on the gas pedal, it just starts and stall. So they've called different mechanic to come and get this car started, and here I'm trying to communicate with different control modules to see where the problem is coming from. The driver's complaint is that the car died on the road, and since then it has refused to start up. And in my own case, I have been very good at starting up car that won't start up, though I don't often share a detailed information about it most often times on my YouTube channel. Why? Because it is not on record. I didn't record it. So they have replaced the crankshaft position sensor if you are running to go there, and it didn't work. Now this is not a technically speaking a no communication problem. You guys saw it. It communicated with the ECM, but unfortunately this is where you guys have to pay attention. He excluded every other control modules. It's not communicating with any other control modules except the ECM. And it was specific on the ECM. The ECM allows you to communicate with the ECM, but fails to retrieve the error code that is stored there. This is a very technical issue, and we're dealing with Nissan here. Nissan security is like airtight, and if you get into it, most of the times it can be very nagging and difficult. Now, after a lot of time visiting this very location to fix this car, what I've discovered here, after a lot of times, I started putting some things together due to my previous experience with different car making models, especially with Peugeot. I've seen this kind of issue with Peugeot before, and that of Peugeot, it will not show. No, it does show error code, but it will not erase any, it will not allow you to clear up any error code. It will communicate effectively with different control modules. And so that knowledge right there is what I'm using to tackle this very one here that has refused to communicate with every other control modules. Now listen very carefully. After a lot of investigation, something happened here. The previous technician, when it was cranking and starting, who came to start it, they pulled off the transmitter ring. There is a transmitter, transponder chip that is right circle at the key entrance. It was removed, and when it was disconnected, now a problem came in, and that problem was not originally there when the car shut off on the road. It could be a crankshaft position sensor issue that made the car to shut off on the road, but the technician who came to diagnose this very problem made it worse. They took it to the other by disconnecting that very ring right there. The car NAT system lost memory of the RFID chip that is on the key, and what that means is that it's now seeing the car as an intruder, the key as an intruder, or a key that is not actually meant for this very car. And in that very mode, for Nissan, if you insert a key that the ECM, the NAT system did not recognize, and try to crank it for 5 times, it will lock up the brain box or the ECU. When it locks up the ECU, this is what you get. Now, in order to validate if you have this NAT problem or a security problem, remove the key from the ignition and watch the security light. If it is blinking, then that is all good, right? But when you try to, as soon as you insert the key in the ignition and put it on the on position, put the ignition in the on position, trying to start the car, and that light stop blinking and stays solid, then it means the anti-theft system is activated and it doesn't remember that very key, and you will have to reprogram a new key into that very car before the car is gonna start. If you don't do that, you're gonna get stuck in there. That is exactly what happens. So for this very system here, the NAT system has locked up the brain box and stopped the ECM from communicating with every other control modules, and such the car will crank or will never start. I hope you find this very helpful to resolving the problems of your crank no start. This can differ from different car making model,
And the
but
whole
for
fuse
this is the
around
Nissan we're
area
talking about.
has been thoroughly checked.
So, see you later, bye.